In our last episode, we dropped the mooring ball for the last time in San Diego and pointed the bow south. In this episode, we sail 355 nautical miles from San Diego along Mexico's Baja Peninsula to Turtle Bay. Welcome to G&T Sailing. If you're new here, I'm Gretchen and this is Tim. We've spent the last 2 years refitting Felicita, our Catalina 42, and have finally launched our sailing dream. We don't care where we go, we just care that we go, and we're glad you're coming along for the ride. It's so funny to see all these targets clumped together. We're an hour and 45 minutes out past the start of the Baja Ha-Ha. 3 of us have taken a shower. At least 2 people are taking naps, maybe 3. So we are settling into passage mode really quickly here on Felicita. It was so cool. All those boats parading out of San Diego Bay. We are almost to the Coronado Islands, and this is sort of a monumental spot because this is as far south as we have ever sailed. When we leave San Diego Bay, we don't usually come this far, so I guess we're going to Mexico. It's official. Yeah. This is an incredible feeling. 22 years of dreaming and working toward this and planning and learning and saving money and spending money. Here we are, passage making on our own sailboat. Here we are, flying the Spinnaker. As predicted, the wind was pretty light at the beginning of the passage, so Spinnaker up.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. Say I lost my mind.
We're celebrating our first night of our first passage on our own boat. Oh my God. Duck. I think I'll move over here.
The ship and a coastline. I can see Mexico now.
Hey.
Hey.
Woohoo!
Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting wings to fly.
We have very fancy captains to ours here on Felicita. So what's happening up here on morning 1 of passage?
We're rigging up all this brand new fishing gear so that we can hopefully catch a fish.
Nice. So this get fishing equipment organized was on the to-do list.
The nice to have.
Yes, so now we're nicely having it. As you can hear, the wind died overnight, which meant turning on the motor and getting the fishing lines in the water. Okay, I'll check back with you guys in about 2 hours. So what is that? What did you just work on there?
It's called using a bimini twist. We made a double line, which is a leader. You can buy metal leaders and just clip them on, but this is the old school minimalist way. So what it is the strength of this line will pull the fish in, but this, you can't bite it. There's extra strength here at the end to keep him from ripping that line apart.
Cue the fish, cue the dolphins, cue the whales.
That's right.
10:35, line in the water. Let's see how long this takes.
Okay, setting up rod and reel number 2.
All right, that's good.
Michelle thought she was coming on a vacation.
Maybe better than that. Alright.
So now I'm going to do it the right way, left hand, right hand.
Oh, okay.
So beautiful. Then we do the barber pole somehow. Yeah, there's the barber pole. So now half hitch around one side, half hitch around the other.
Right. Correct.
Yeah, these things are like $20 a piece.
Yeah, they are.
And after that, fish on.
I'm almost in.
He's taking all my line.
Do you want?
Oh, that's why it didn't cut. Oh, it got wrapped around its tail.
Oh! It's a mahi, isn't it?
No, that's a tuna.
Look at that beautiful meat.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You're right.
Cut that one in half.
Yeah, let's cut that one in and see what's now. The spirit of the fish. Soy sauce or anything?
We do, actually.
Down the hatch.
Let's see.
I get a bite.
Not bad. I need some soy sauce.
Get that fishy taste.
An hour and a half from ocean to pan. Nice job. And later that night, Tim Haynes, the sailing renaissance man. What's on the menu tonight?
One of my favorites. All right. Poulet à la crème. Jacques Pepin. Hey, Jacques. Thanks, man.
It smells amazing.
This is one of my favorites. Super simple. Chicken and mushrooms and a white wine sauce.
Tarragon.
A little tarragon at the end.
Nice.
And Tim, you were just talking about how much you love cooking while underway.
I do not. Not when we're rolling like this. I don't have a U-shaped galley like you're supposed to have. One complaint I have about this boat. But my wife insists on gourmet meals. We can't just eat beef sticks and canned tuna while we're at sea, so I gotta cook. Left to my own resources, I've eaten canned tuna and crackers until it's smoothed out. Then I'd cook.
It's the ocean.
It's the ocean.
It doesn't smell.
Well,
That's
then,
not a thing.
to me, when you're on passage, then until you get to Anchorage, you subsist on beef sticks and canned tuna.
No.
I thought he said beef steak. I was like, well, that's a
Yeah, beef steak. Okay.
Well, then you should do the cooking. We should come up with a deal. If you like this gourmet meals so much, you cook them at sea.
Do you know how many meals you have to cook at sea? Not very many. This is one of the few. This might be the only one on this whole
I
passage.
thought I cooked ahead so I didn't have to do this.
Yeah, this is the only one. We thank you so much, Tim.
Thank you. It smells amazing.
The next morning, the winds returned, and we were finally able to get the sails up. Get the tack line out of our life, Tim.
What out of our life?
The tack line.
We're gonna get all that stuff out of
Michelle's working on the
our life.
sheet.
The Spinnaker bag, or what do you want
So we had just started to set the Spinnaker. It's been light wind all morning. Turned off the motor. We were gonna sail, set the Spinnaker, and then we saw that little squall coming. So we're undoing the Spinnaker set and have set the jib and the pole. And we're ready for the weather. We spent quite a few hours on a port tack, but wanted to stay a bit more offshore, so needed to jibe. This was the first time we'd done this tactic as a crew, so we took our time and talked through every step.
Alright, we're stuck again on something. But the pole will not come down again. Something's holding it. That's loose.
Alright, we can edit that photo. Is that a good night?
Yeah, let's try it. Make up the lazy sheet. Here on that. Well, we got to jibe the main now. So let me get the preventer off of there. Somebody needs to release this preventer off of that winch.
Releasing. Ready?
Yep.
I just woke up from a nap. You ready for the main?
Yep.
You help.
I'll do. Okay. Go for it.
I'm working so hard.
Jibe it.
Yep.
All right, now the preventer needs to get put on before you pay it out too much.
Jibe.
You like it right there?
Okay, preventer's made.
And it looks like we will be missing that squall after all.
Now you can pay the main out. And then get on the course you want.
Okay.
Don't worry about that just yet.
A couple of safety notes here. In stronger wind and or a heavier sea state, Tim would have been moving onto the foredeck from the windward side of the boat, and Mike and Tim would have been in harnesses and tethered into the jack lines. This is real America's Cup racing. It's like a 10-minute jibe, but we jibed. Tim just called for hauling ass. Copy. All right.
That's authentic.
Where are we, Michelle?
This is like a squall over
We're
here
in the
too.
Pacific.
Yeah, I sail like a girl. Want a lesson?
That's right. Yeah, this is my first trip in the Pacific on a sailboat.
Nice. Tim, tell us what we're drinking for cocktail hour.
Sea breeze, man. It should. Our official drink should be a gin and tonic, G&T Sailing, but we drink sea breezes.
And what is in a sea breeze?
It's a Cape Cod with a splash of grapefruit.
Nice.
So that's equal parts vodka, equal parts cranberry juice, and just a splash of grapefruit.
Before we get lots of comments about alcohol, I want to share what we do on Felicita. We have a captain's hour at sunset where the whole crew comes together. Depending on conditions, and for those who choose to imbibe, we have one drink. One. We then eat dinner and then start our night watch rotation. Every captain and boat has to make their own decisions, and this is ours. Cheers. Earlier in the day, you saw us jibe the boat, which involves jibing the whisker pole. On Felicita, because we're not a race boat, we opt to furl in the headsail, remove the preventers, move the pole to the other side, jibe the mainsail, reattach the preventers, and then unfurl the headsail. Hold on, big wave, hold on. When we did this during the day, the wind was light, the sun was shining, and the seas were calm. We went to bed that night knowing we'd have to jibe at some point in the night. That time came at 0100 with 20-knot winds and 5-foot seas. We all had our harnesses on and were tethered to the boat. We are about to make our first landfall in a foreign country, and I am so excited.
You're crying.
And really proud of us. We had winds last night from 19 up to 30 all night long, big seas. We did a jibe in the middle of the night. It all just went perfectly. And yeah, we so totally got this. Not that I didn't think that we did, but it was really awesome. How do you feel today, this morning, Mr. Haynes?
It's pretty awesome. I feel grateful that we took all those trips with John. Everything you taught me, man, we used last night.
So now, coffee about 2 hours from the mouth of Turtle Bay, and then we're gonna anchor for a couple of nights. We got our Mexican courtesy flag up, headed to shore for some tacos, and went to the Baja Ha-Ha baseball game, which is a fundraiser for the local kids where they get lots of new equipment. Join us next time as we leave Turtle Bay and head toward Bahia Santa Maria. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you catch all the episodes of our first season cruising in Mexico, and head over to Instagram for real-time updates. Check out our tracker and more details about our cruising life at gntsailing.com. We'll catch you next time.
Mexico is Sexico!